Alright, Field Manual 55-55. War Department Field Manual. Transportation Corps Railway Operation Battalion. War Department, 4th of February 1944. War Department Manual, Field Manual 55-55. This manual supersedes TM405, 29th November 1940, including C19 June 1942. Transportation Corps Railway Operation Battalion, War Department, February 4th, 1944, United States Government Printing Office, Washington, D.C., 1994 or 1944. War Department, Washington, 25th, D.C., February 4th, 1944. Field Manual 55, Transportation Corps Manual Rail Operating Battalion is published for the information guidance for all concerned by order of the Secretary of War, J.C. Marshall, Chief of Staff, Office J.A. Ulio, Major General Adjunction General Distribution ID 5510. Contents General. Purpose and scope, mission, organization, cooperation, weapons, equipment, transportation, terminology. Technical operation, power limitations, distribution, personnel demolition, additional personnel relation to other arms and services commands, or 3 headquarters and headquarters company, organization function, battalion, headquarters company, 4 maintenance of the way company, organization function company, a headquarters bridge and building maintenance platoon, track maintenance platoon, signal maintenance platoon section. 5. Maintenance equipment company, organizational function company, headquarters car repair platoon, locomotive repair platoon. 6. Transportation company, organization function company, headquarters train operating platoon. 7. Electrical power transmission and electrical power and transmission company, organization function company, headquarters electrical power platoon. 8. Ambulance and maintenance. Scope and organization function, ambulance train maintenance section, maintenance crew. 9. Drill ceremonies, general platoon staff, color guardian, guardian, drill organization, closed order drill, formations, inspection ceremonies, extended order. 10. Combat general, 11 training, general, private, non-commissioned officer, commissioned officer, unit method. And 12. Medical detachment, general drill ceremonies and combat. Alright, Section 1. General. The purpose and scope. A. The manual explains the organization, operation, rail operation battalion on rail operated military review service purposes to assist military rail officers training operation of their units and guide with the command with the staff officers charged with their employment. No attempt is to make prescribed employment for the railroad operating battalions under all situations. The scheme of the organization employee described and is drawn up from to fit the general requirements of the rail troops operating railway division. B. Since actual conditions which confront the railway operating battalion vary widely, it is not intended that the literal interpretation of these provisions be made. They should be considered as a guide. Exemptions thereto interest in efficient operation. Ultimate responsibility for efficiency of the railway operating battalion rests upon the battalion commander, division superintendent, who must work on or details of the employment of the railway troops and situation demands. EC. The statement of duties is only the purpose of showing command relations between various individuals' command responsibility. D. The word division is used in here and refers to the railway division, not a tactical division. 2. The mission. The mission of the railway operating battalion is to operate between the division of the military railway and theater operations that may be required with a higher authority to destroy a line over which the is operating. The principal objective of the rail troops taking over the new line is immediate movement of supplies and replacement in front of the evacuation thereof. 3. Organization. The railway operating battalion is a basic railway unit normally assigned to the rail division in the communications or regulation station for the command relations. See paragraph 14. The battalion is so organized that it is capable of taking over the rail activities of a small self-contained railway zone called in civil practice for the railway division includes the main line tracks, sidings, terminals, shops, structures required for the coordinated action. C. A railway operating battalion is divided into headquarters company, medical detachment, transportation company, maintenance for the way company, maintenance for the way equipment company, and where the line is operated with electrified and electrical power transmission company, CT-O and E55-22. 22.5 and 55.22.6, 55.22.7, 55.22.8, 52.29, 52.217. The transportation company is a basic unit with this battalion to other companies assist with the transportation company in the furnishing and interpreted service. 4. Cooperation is essential not only between the various elements of rail operation battalion, also between the battalion, military service, and general battalion coordinating agencies. Prompt service guidance, but the principle of rail operation depends upon the teamwork in order to ensure the team play with the battalion. Battalion commander is placed in the direct command of the railway personnel employed on his railway division. 5. Weapons. Basic arms are each for the companies of the battalion are carbine and a rifle. Additional weapons include a 50 caliber machine guns, pistols, and 5 grade officers. 6. Equipment. A. General. The battalion is equipped with the organizational equipment supplied for the office, but the battalion headquarters for the massing of the routine supply, with the administrative, with the motor transportation for the reconnaissance, supervision, messenger service, routine battalion supply, and technical equipment. It includes drafting and reproduction of special railway tools, machinery, equipment, and supplies issued with required for operation and maintenance of the railway division. The battalion is assigned with a definite task and may requisition such additional equipment if the situation requires. Cars and locomotives. 6B. Rail cars for the operating are not assigned to any of the rail operating battalion, railway grand division, but are moved freely over the entire system as required. Locomotives are normally assigned to the railway grand division for use for the entire grand division. 7. Movement. A movement of the railway operating battalion is by rail, anticipated with the organizational equipment which will always be carried with the railway cars. The special railway equipment does not accompany the railway operating battalion when moved, except under extraordinary circumstances in which the case is moved by the rail, the same as any other special railway equipment. Alright, 7B. Tables of equipment show the authorized allowance with motor transportation. Sufficient motor vehicles are provided with a permit to supply with the units to provide with the contact hire authority and depots within the rail division and technical operation of the units. 8. Terminology. The relation between the position and the rank of the officer of the rail operating battalion and these officers commercial railway is given as follows. All right, your company headquarters, Lieutenant Lieutenant Colonel, military title, battalion commander, commercial railway type, division superintendent, major, second in command, executive officer, assistant division superintendent, captain, supply officer, division storekeeper, captain, and assistant to the division of superintendent, headquarters captain, company commander, first lieutenant, commander train movement section, chief dispatcher, first lieutenant medics officer. Maintenance of the way, company A, captain, company commander, engineer, maintenance of the way division, engineer, first lieutenant, company bridges and building platoon, supervising bridges and buildings, first commander, commander and track maintenance platoon, track supervisor, first lieutenant, commander, signal maintenance section, signal supervisor, second lieutenant, assistant for the company commander, assistant energy and maintenance of the way, maintenance equipment B, company, maintenance of equipment B, company. Captain, company commander, master mechanic, first lieutenant, commander and locomotive repair platoon, engineer, house foreman, first lieutenant, commander, car repair platoon, car, general car foreman, first lieutenant, mechanical engineer, second lieutenant, assistant to company commander, assistant to master mechanic, transportation company C, captain, company commander, train master, first lieutenant, command, headquarters section, general yard master, first lieutenant, commander, train movement platoon, road foreman of engines, transportation company C, second lieutenant, assistant of the company commander, assistant of the train master, electrical power division, company D, captain, company commander, electrical engineer, first lieutenant, company electrical power plant, electrical engineer, second lieutenant commander, general car foreman, ambulance train maintenance section, first lieutenant, ambulance train maintenance section. Or Section 2, Technical Operations. 9, powers and limitations. The battalion employed with the rail division is capable of maintaining normal supply one-field army over the single-track standard gauge line. Length of the rail division to which the battalion is assigned to determine the higher authority depends upon the military situation, friendly and hostile territory, terrain, condition of the roadbed, track grades of the terminal facility, location, length of the siding, communication facilities nearest to the front, etc. In general, it may be stated that the single-track railroad length of the railway division will vary from 90 to 150 miles in daylight. Operating railways adjacent to the front of the prohibited length of the division may be less than 90 miles. C. The Railway Operating Battalion has the necessary personnel to maintain and operate 50-mile single-track railroad division in advance with the regular station in a substabilized sector of the rear of the regulation station, and a battalion capable of maintaining operating 70 miles maximum density traffic 1 train per hour in each direction without an increase in the personnel. Length of the division stabilized sector core can be increased to 150 miles by attaching additional maintenance platoon A company and then 1 additional train operating platoon company. C. Additional specialists such as the train dispatcher, telegraph operators, and or etc. headquarters company. Initial construction of the railway is distinguished from the maintenance is not a duty of the military railway battalion. Such work is normally responsible for the corps of engineers, stockpiling construction material, construction equipment required thereof, and there may be planned requested for the Transportation Corps, Army Regulation 55-650. In occupation of the federal territory, the pacification of the conquered areas, full utilization will be made with the civil technique, skilled railway employees, other active available civil labor operating maintenance for the railroad facilities. Such employment must be under close supervision, military rail personnel, all necessary safeguards taken to guard against the sabotage. 5. Use military railway operation battalions from the work other than maintenance operation of the railroad should be avoided. When avoiding a situation with their employment or other work, they must be provided with a suitable transportation of equipment. Alright, 10. Distribution of personnel. The railway division operating advance for the regular station is normally divided into 10 sections, approximately 5 miles each. When operating with the rear regulation station in each area, the subject of the serve the air conditions is frequently bombardment, roadbed, etc. 10 sections, approximately 7.5 miles or more each. General organization of railway division from the theater of operations shown below. Operating division theater operations. Terminal 1, 2, 3, Station 1, Station C, 1, 2, 3, 4, Station D, 1, Station E, Terminal F, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1 stands for kitchen signal track, and 2 stands for kitchen for the train crews continuous service, 3 water tanks, 4 fuel supply. B. It is impractical to describe any fixed distribution personnel with the railway operating battalion due to the varying condition under which it operates. Distribution must be left with the practical discretion of the division superintendent. Railway operating battalion commander is guided with the following distribution designed to meet normal requirements. 1. Terminal A. Battalion headquarters at all other personnel is not stationed at other location. Battalion headquarters shop normally are located on the principal terminal of the railway division. 2. Station B. 1 sergeant in charge of the track maintenance section, maintenance for the way of the company. 2 corporals, track section, foremen, maintenance of way company. 14 section head, maintenance of way company. 3 telegraph operators, headquarters company. 1 cook, headquarters company. 21 total personnel. 3. Station C, same as Station B, with an additional 2 cooks and total personnel of 23. Station D, same as Station B. Station E, same as Station B. 6. Terminal F, personnel at the terminal, depending upon the situation, is the end of the line. It will be required with the same personnel as Station C, with the plus of the inspection and emergency repair when it is required. Normally, it would not exceed 50 men with the battalion. As an intermediate with 1 activity at the terminal F will be performed in adjacent battalion. Detachments section B, C, and D, and E are each of the other command with the track maintenance sergeant with the maintenance for the way company that is responsible for the part of the railroad maintenance work allotted to him. Usually from 10 to 15 miles, he is responsible for administration, sanitation, discipline, and mess that will be exercised by the command with the case for the necessary to engage in combat. However, he has no control over the technical activities of the men when they are not assigned to the maintenance for the way company. The distribution of technical troops is often sufficient to meet the needs of certain specific tasks, and the economy of the personnel must be practiced for the railway operation. It may be necessary to modify certain units temporarily with the reinforcement with them with elements from the others. Such measures should be exceptional, since personnel each of the company should be kept in order of the command and to interfere with the efficient administration when necessary to increase the strength of the one unit with the success of the other, and subordinate elements under the leaders should be detailed instead of the individual when practical. Alright, 11. Demolition. Railway operation battalions may require higher authority to destroy railway structures and track. Commander of the railway operating battalion prepares plans for the destruction of the part of the line which has control. The plan will include the details concerning structure for to be destroyed and the priorities computation of the quantities of explosives required for completing the demolition, requisition of the materials and supplies. Railway operating battalions are responsible for the prompt withdrawal of the rolling stock to prevent classification by enemy conditions may arise, which may take the necessary risk of possibility of losing rolling stock in order to accomplish important mission worthy of such a risk. And in such cases, the railway personnel cooperate in every way personnel with the commanders in concern. 12. Additional personnel. Additional personnel may be placed at the disposition of railway operating battalion for purpose of increasing capacity of the railway. Such personnel may be civilians, engineer troops, troops with other arms and service when engineering troops are not available. Civilian or troop units are assigned to various departments of the railway in accordance with their needs. Civilians are attached to military railway units and serve under the officers, non-commissioned officers of these units. Relations to other arms and services. The Transportation Corps arranged with the Signal Corps and the necessary wire circuit for the train dispatching administrative of the military railways. Some circuits are operated by the train corps for construction maintenance. These circuits are functioning as a signal corps. These wire systems are entirely turned over to the administrative railway. Military railway is maintained and operated by the Railway Operating Battalion, Army Regulation 55650. Transportation officers, transportation corps are administrated with the agents placed from the import and shipping and receiving points for the purpose of making the regulations and shipping agency with the transportation of men, animals, materials for supervision of loading and unloading. There are no control over the operation of the trains and no personnel with the railway service move with the priorities necessary determined with a higher authority requisition for rolling stock are made with the transportation officer movements executed by the railway operating personnel. No officer or part of the railway operating organization will give the orders of the railway operating personnel in discharge of the duties or interfere with any way with the operation of trains except in the case of emergency. D1. Train engineers of the railway artillery trains passing over the railway division manned with the military railway operation battalion, usually furnished with a transportation company with the railway operating battalion. Trains and engine crews are furnished with the railway artillery pilots provided with the transportation company of the railway operating battalion. Over the trackage movement is made over the trackage assigned exclusively to the railway artillery. All functions pertaining to the maintenance of the train operation duties are performed with the railway artillery troops as attached personnel. Locomotives for the railway artillery trains may be furnished with that the unit is in railway operation battalion. 2. Railway artillery trains engines will not enter upon the foul track for the military railway service control without permission. Military railway authorities. Military railway service the trains and engines will not enter upon the foul tracks assigned with the railway artillery except under the authority of the latter. 3. Military railway personnel maintain all the main tracks and crossover the turnouts leading in the railway artillery tracks. Railway artillery troops maintain their own firing approach tracks including the first standard railway adjoint outside the following distance for the main track. Alright, E. The railway operating battalion controls the movements of other over the trackage assigned to it. This includes scheduling, routing, dispatching, conducting the transportation. F. I do that. Such training major repairs of rolling stock other than the arms necessary to perform with the military railway personnel. Field Manual 5560. When a railway operating battalion operates division between the regulation station and forward railheads, the division superintendent office normally is located with the regulating station. As more than one battalion is required, general superintendent office may be located with the regulation station. The regulation officer determines shipment and priorities in the line of the directive from the theater commander. The military railway personnel carry out these priorities. Alright, H. Railways are protected by the combat troops located within the zone of the railway when the line is subjected to frequent raids. It may be protected and armed, trained with the man with the command with the personnel from the other arms and operated with the railway operating battalion. Train crews movement of the armed trains over the railway are special and are governed with the tactical consideration and priority of the specified high authority. 14. Command, Figure 1. The service of military railways, theater operations control over the commander general, the general manager, military railways, serve the traffic control over the military railways, forward areas under control of the regulating officer, general superintendent, superintendent or superintendent, headquarters, Army military railways, service C/T-0 55 302, provided with the general manager staff and the 5 of the departments corresponding with the principal branch of rail operation, includes the administrative department, the transportation department, maintenance of equipment department, engineering department, store, the department, headquarters rail, the Grand Division C20 55202, provided with the general superintendent with the staff 5 sections, administrative transportation equipment, engineering and stores, chief of the sections coordinating action of all subordinate units with the reference for these duties corresponding to the respective staff sections. No section staff controls for the operating with any of the unit, such by each section handles the matter of the pertaining with the regardless of the unit with the subjection or originates with the general manager of military railway service. He has under one or more general superintendents each of the charge and Grand Division Field Manual 5550, one published in Figure 2. Be each general superintendent commanding off the railway grand division ordinated with the general supervision over the two or more railway operating battalions TO 55 225, one railway shop battalion 20 55 235, and one base depot company TO 55260, one of the railway working shops mobile column 6 and 42 of the TO 55 500. Railway shop battalions, base depot companies, railway workshops, TC mobile ambulance trains are retained directly under the general manager of the military railway service, assigned with the Grand Division direction with the general manager of military railway service. In the absence of a headquarters military railway service in either theater operation, these units will be assigned with the center in your military railway service officer in theater operation. D. During a campaign, railway operations are usually extremely urgent character. Consequently, in case of where it is impossible to adhere to closely with the proper chain of the command of the communication without entailing the dangerous delays, the battalion commander authorizes the company or detachment commanders to enter into direct communication with the various higher authorities to order the expedited fulfillment of the mission. Alright, at the top you have your company general, theater commander, the first branch officer staff, the G4. But the company general command has three different branches: company general army, and commanding general army two general commanding armies, one commanding general service supply, which goes through another staff at G4. For the commanding general service supply, you have other agencies, regulating officers, controlling shipments, chief of the transportation, chief of the engineering, railway, construction, other agencies, and from the chief of the transportation goes into the staff, truck transportation, air transportation, water transportation. Then from your chief of transportation through the goes to the next branch for the general major military railway service and staff. To the left, you have your general superintendent railway grand division, which goes to its own staff, and the railway operating battalion, two different railway operating battalions, one railway shop battalion. Also, the second branch for the general manager military railway service, the general superintendent railway grand division, which has its own staff, two railway operating battalions, and a railway shop battalion. Our figure 2 shows a map of the boundaries, the opportunities, the zones of the interior over the Allied neutral territory, enemy, the Allied neutral territory, the railway grand division, railway divisions through that go around the grand division, the defense. The O stands for state. The circle stands for regular or stations. STA stands for station. NH stands for navigated head. RT stands for railway transfer. Solid dot stands for railway terminal. A single track with single line with lines through it means a single track, and like a double track is two lines with a trackage over it. Alright, Section 3, Headquarters and Headquarters Company. 15, Organization. Figure 3, the battalion headquarters consists of the battalion commander and his staff. The headquarters company consists of the company headquarters, 4 sections: administrative, technical, supply, transportation, mess, and train movement of TO 55226. 16, Function. The function of the headquarters company to provide with the technical, administrative, supply personnel necessary to enable the battalion commander to supervise, coordinate activities of the battalion, to operate certain activities common to all the companies, such as battalion supplies, motor transportation, maintenance, and mess. 17, Battalion Headquarters. AE, the Lieutenant Commanding, Colonel Commanding the battalion, the division, superintendent of the railway division, assigned with his battalion, his responsible for training, discipline, messing, housing, moral of the troop, the supervisor of the preparation of the demolition plan of the division, execute such plans directed with the proper military authority. He makes such reports, keeps such records, made necessary to ensure efficient handling of the rolling stock and personnel. As may be the required high authority, he should be prepared to make recommendation for increasing capacity. Alright, at the top you have your railway superintendent, Lieutenant Cohen, going on the railway supply major. He branches off into a group that was controlled by the railway discontent major's first lieutenant, and then have their own directive, which goes from you have your assistant railway supply manager, commanding headquarters company captain, railway dispatcher, first lieutenant, and they both could handle the train movement sections. Also, the railway dispatcher branches off into company headquarters and mess sections, while the assistant railway support major goes into a junction captain, railway supply officer captain, and they work with the railway dispatch first lieutenant to the administrative technical section and the supply of the transportation section. The assistant railway supply major works around to the railway maintenance for the support by captain. The captain has an assistant for the supply and railway supervision, a company headquarters, a platoon, and 3 sections. The railway maintenance wave support captain has a traction supervisor, a railway signal maintenance supervision platoon, 6 track maintenance sections, and railway signal maintenance supervisor, first lieutenant, has a rail signal communication section. The assistant railway super major goes to the railway master mechanic captain, who branches off into 3 mechanical engineering, first lieutenant, master mechanic, second lieutenant, which handles company headquarters. The railway car foreman handles the platoon, wrecking crew, and car repair section, while under the railway master mechanic captain, engine foreman, house, first lieutenant, handles the platoon headquarters, locomotive repair section, steam section. And on a brief note, the diesel electric section is activated with electrical motive power, and maintenance is involved with the diesel section and electrical section. Your assistant railway major also branches off to a train master captain with the yard master, first lieutenant, assistant master with the company headquarters, and the road foreman with first lieutenant, platoon headquarters of the train crews. And the train master captain has a road foreman, rail engineer, first lieutenant, train crews, and platoon headquarters. The assistant railway supply major as electrical power transmission officer under his throne, with the captain of the assistant power transmission officer with the company headquarters, electrical power transmission officer captain, assisting electrical power transmission officers, platoon headquarters, electrical power section. Alright, when located with the forward area, he should be reconnaissance, keep himself informed with the conditions whether to confront with the battalion and the railhead of the division as more forward, and his exercise control of his company commands. Assistant Division Superintendent Major, executive officers on all matters of the principal concerned with the railway administration. The battalion junction captain is charged with the operation administrative of the technical section headquarters of the company. He is responsible for military administrative of the battalion, handle of the matters relating with the personnel, battalion orders, records, police guards, mail service, message service. He reports to the division superintendent through the executive officers. Division storekeeper, the captain, and battalion supply officer, division storekeeper, and fuel agent is a direct charge of the supply transportation section headquarters company. The supply officer maintains the supply of the food, clothing, ammunition, equipment as a division storekeeper according to the technical supply requirements of the rail division. He has technical supervision over all the battalion supply and personnel and passes upon the requisitions supplied with the companies and battalions, etc. 18. Headquarters and company. The company headquarters. The captain commands the company and the battalion division mess officers as such operate the mess for the battalion as many with the location in which the required. He divides the battalion commander on all matters relating to military training with military employment. The battalion and first sergeant in charge of the company administrative may be assigned with additional duty, company clerk, the corporal, and clerical assistants. But basic privates may be used wherever the services are required. The orderly assigned as needed. B. Headquarters of the platoon. The platoon contains the train dispatcher officer administrative technical section. 1. The administrative technical sections perform the dual function military administrative railway administration battalion sergeant major, the chief of the clerical with the adjunction, and he has under the direction of routine battalion administrator payrolls and morning reports for records of mail. He also has an assistant of the T5, the general clerk of the private with direct platoon command. All companies of the clerks direct with the report to the adjunction of the duty of office connection with the company record with the company, the railway administrative with the battalion, supervised the master sergeant and chief of the clerk, division superintendent, each of the railway officer management supervisor for addition of the report's railway operation, keeps the records of collected data relating to the railway. He is assigned by or one of the T4 general clerk or one T5 stenographer and one private train movement section unit. Report of division superintendent with his assistant responsible for the movement of the trains, coordinated with the clocks, watches, and distribution of the cars, motive power and maintenance for the car and locomotive and the train movement the records. The first lieutenant commanding officer at headquarters is also the chief of dispatch. Report to the division superintendent with his assistants. He's responsible for the train, move the train, orders proper movement of the traffic, coordinated with the watch and times, with the high authority within the division dispatch for the distribution of motive power, so that as to be with a position to move all the traffic offered in the prompt, efficient manner with the supervisor of the car officer and movement and emptying of the equipment over the division, prompt loading, unloading cars of the disposition of surplus equipment, and supervise the work of the dispatcher and see that they are handling the train safely and expeditiously. He sees that the dispatcher and operators issue in the company track and orders in the correct manner and investigation train to leave on the road. He keeps the records of all the cars set off in non-agency stations with a bad order, otherwise arranges for prompt repairs, unloading or loading as though the case may be. Reports immediately in any violation of the rules of the train crew. Superintendent of the train master notified the various divisions who had department of the head at any materials or consigned or being moved to them at the point of the time which consignment will be set, so that they may arrange unloading, set that all the fuel stations are applied with the sample, amply supplied with the fuel, and sufficient quantity is kept in the route to keep the help himself informed of the condition facilities such as water tower, signal, fuel stations, etc. Calls proper official officers' attention to it. His failure, his dispatcher trains and priority base for the direction of the superintendent maintains the record of train movement. He sees the proper authority to devise with the train as to the cars wanted with the car surplus the territory under the supervision TM55-3. Sorry, 55-265. B. Master Sergeant, Principal Assistant Chief Dispatcher, Technical Sergeant, Train Dispatcher, one for each of the shift. Staff Sergeant, Car Distributor, Technical grades and private station agents, telegraphers, telephone operators, basic employee with various other stations along the line. The station agent is assigned to do the station and location of the divisional territory. Station agent representative of the railroad at the station and responsible for the condition protection of the station, prompt placing of the car, loading, unloading. For this subsequent movement, he has posted official notes of the timetable of the station. He received the cars promptly loaded with the seals for the shipment. When cars are received, they promptly notify the organization of the person to whom they bill, the individual responsible for loading at the station. Station agents are responsible for the issuing the tickets, custody, and station records for the preparation and forwarding of the station reports. CF Service Platoon. The platoon complied with the supply with the Transportation Section, Mess Section, command of the First Lieutenant Mess Officer, Supply Transportation Section. Section provides clerical provision, clerical personnel division, storekeepers, officers, personal operation, motor vehicles, headquarters company unit is charged with the receipt, distribution, storage of the supplies for the battalion. Reports the battalion supply officer works under his direct supervision of battalion motor vehicle maintenance and all battalion support. Battalion shoe repair is performed by the section assistant men detailed from the company if necessary. A warrant officer, assistant division, storekeeper, the technical sergeant, principal assistant, supply officer. He dispatch motor vehicles, keep the battalion stores. See technical grade and private automobile mechanic, storekeeper, and keep basic. 2. The mess section. The section operates the messes at the terminal shop of the division point, along with the permanent way with which establishes separate messes as required to feed personnel located with the passing through such points on the 24-hour basis when required. A technical sergeant battalion mess sergeant is in charge of the receipt, preparation, distribution of rations for the battalion. Staff sergeant, mess sergeant, and supervisor of operation of messes. They are responsible for coordinating the messes assigned with them. And battalion mess sergeant. C. The technical grades and private cooks and helpers are assigned to mess sergeants to or individual messes based on are assigned as needed. Section 4. Maintenance of the Way Company A.